In this video, I'll show you how to do a science project to compare different recovery methods for model rockets. While you can do this project with normal model rockets that lift off using an engine, you don't have to. For a lower cost version, you can simply drop homemade rockets made from craft materials. In addition to a parachute, we'll also show you how to test a streamer and simple tumble recovery, although there are other methods you can test we'll discuss at the end of the video. To make a rocket like the one you see here, you'll just need a paper towel tube or 3 toilet paper tubes, tape, scissors, string, and some paper. Start by cutting 3 or 4 trapezoidal fins out of the paper. Note that these aren't triangles, they are trapezoids with a short side here. As I'll show you in a second, we're going to use that to make them easier to attach to the cardboard tube. Cut a short slit in the edge of each fin, as you see here, and then fold 2 tabs in opposite directions. This will make it easier to tape the fin to the body of the rocket. Tape all your fins evenly spaced around the rocket like this. Next, we're going to make the nose cone. First, cut a circle out of a piece of paper. Then cut a wedge, like a slice of pie or pizza, out of the circle. The wedge should be about 90 degrees, but the exact angle doesn't matter. Once you've cut out the wedge, this makes it easier to fold the circle into a cone. Use a piece of tape to hold it in place. Now, with a normal model rocket, the nose cone would be attached to the body of the rocket during flight, and then an ejection charge would eject the nose cone at apogee, or the peak of the flight, allowing a recovery method like a parachute or streamer to deploy. However, since you're not going to be launching this rocket, just dropping it, you don't need to do that or worry about an ejection charge. Just take a piece of string, tape one end inside the nose cone, and tape the other end inside the front of the rocket. Now, you can either build more identical rockets or test multiple recovery techniques with the same rocket one at a time. The simplest method is just tumble recovery. The rocket loses its aerodynamic shape when the nose cone pops off and will just tumble to the ground instead of falling straight down like a dart. So you don't need to attach anything else to test the tumble recovery method. Next up is the streamer method. Here you can simply take a piece of ribbon or crepe paper and tape one end of it inside the nose of the rocket. This adds surface area, therefore adds more drag, slowing the rocket's descent as it falls. It also helps make the rocket more visible, which is easier when you need to spot and recover a real model rocket. Finally, you can test a parachute. I have one here, made from a plastic bag, with 4 pieces of string tied to 4 corners of the bag, and then tied together in a knot. I can take that knot and tape it inside the nose of the rocket to attach the parachute. Again, with a regular model rocket, the parachute would be bundled up and tucked inside the body and then deployed by the ejection charge. If you're just going to be dropping the rockets, then you don't need to worry about that. Now, with adult supervision if necessary, you can take your rockets to a high location, like a deck, second-story window, or playground structure, and drop them to compare the different recovery methods. For a science project, you'll want to choose a variable to measure, like the horizontal distance the rocket drifts, or the time it takes to fall and hit the ground. Be sure to conduct multiple trials, especially since wind will be a big factor in this experiment. When you're done, you can compare your results for different methods. Check out the rest of our YouTube channel for more rocket science projects, as well as hundreds of other projects in all areas of science and engineering. If you prefer written instructions or you need help picking a science project, you can also visit our website, www.sciencebuddies.org.